Stop trying to be a perfectionist. Perfectionism is a massive cause of stress and anxiety these days. In this video, we're going to talk about the risks of perfectionism and how it can hold us back, and the benefits of shifting our minds away from this idea. Welcome everybody, I'm Matt. Remember to hit subscribe for more videos on personal growth and motivation. We're all perfectionists in some areas of our lives. Some of us a little bit more than others, for sure. But we all have those things that we judge ourselves so harshly on, that we care so much about what other people think of us. It could be our careers, what we look like, how smart we think we are, our Instagram accounts. It could be anything. But regardless, perfectionism is when we do something because of what other people think. I'm going to tell you a few stories that illustrate how perfectionism holds us back and the benefits of not letting it do so. Have you ever been around someone trying to learn an instrument for the first time? It's not the funnest thing, is it? I remember when my brother was trying to learn how to play the recorder. Twinkle, 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 it, over and over and over again every day for 6 months. And when I was first trying to learn to play the guitar, I didn't want anyone to hear me play. I didn't want anyone to see me when I wasn't good at it. So I'd lock myself away in my room and just play myself. I somehow deep down thought that maybe they'd think less of me if they saw me struggle at it. But what happened is, a year went by and I never played in front of anybody. Even my parents, even my family. And so Christmas Day came along and my relatives were over and someone asked me to play something on the guitar. I froze. Couldn't do it. I made up some excuse. And my younger cousin, who was only 12 years old at the time, and she'd only been learning to play for a few months, she was asked to play, and she smiled and said sure. She struggled through a basic song, like anybody would do when they're learning to play an instrument for the first time. And that was it. She didn't make a big deal out of it. She didn't put extra pressure on herself. 2 years later, exact same situation happens. Christmas Day, relatives over, someone says, "Hey Matt, why don't you play something for us on the guitar?" And I know you're probably thinking, okay, he's been playing for 3 years. Surely he can play in front of his relatives now. Nope. Again, I couldn't do it. I made up some excuse. Of course, at this point, yeah, I'd been playing in front of some people, but never this many. And I hadn't done it enough to get comfortable with it. Again, my cousin's asked to play something. Again, she smiles and says sure. At this point, she'd been playing for a few years and she played something really good. Everyone enjoyed it. Everyone had a great time. And I realized then that I had to start playing in front of people from the beginning. That is what she did, and that is what enabled her to get so comfortable doing it. She didn't worry too much about what other people would think of her. She didn't put too much expectation on herself, worrying about what she'd look like to other people if she'd fail or didn't do well. The next example I want to give is of a friend of mine who growing up wasn't the most social, he wasn't the most academic, he wasn't the most athletic guy. But he never let what other people thought of him stop him trying. I remember playing soccer with him and it was so frustrating because he kept trying to do things that you didn't think he could do. He'd take these shots from way, way out and it wouldn't even be close. The ball would go miles off. And the thing is, he wouldn't just do this once. He'd do it 7, 8, 9 times in a row. To the extent that people would shout at him, they'd roll their eyes, they'd get annoyed with him. But he never let it faze him. If you compare this to me, when I play, if I lost the ball 3 or 4 times in a row, I'd start playing differently. I'd take less risks. I'd lose confidence. But for him, this never happened. And his growth was just exponential. As the years went by, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, he kept getting better and better and better. He kept trying and eventually succeeding at doing the things that other people thought he couldn't do. And he took this mindset through to every area of his life. Those areas I mentioned at the beginning, academically, socially, athletically, he now excels at every one of them. And he's looked up to and he's admired for his ability at these things. So what was the difference between us? Well, when we were playing soccer, for example, I was there to win, to succeed, for other people to think I did well. When he was there to try and compete and do the best that he could. That was his barometer of success, and that is a powerful distinction in mindset. It meant that whenever there was something important to him, he always persisted at it and he always tried. He never let what other people would think stop him trying again and again and again. And it meant that his growth in every area of his life was exponential. He just kept getting better. He didn't let the self-inflicted burden of expectation hold him back. And this is a lesson I try to emulate in my life whenever I can. A few years ago, I wanted to do something that really challenged me, that I found really difficult to do. So because I used to be nervous public speaking, I joined an acting class. But this wasn't just any acting class. This was on another level. I remember walking through the doors the first time and being blown away by the credentials people had. Some people had 4-year acting degrees. There was a professional comedian. There was somebody who was in a national hit TV show. There was a TV presenter. And then there was me, who had absolutely zero acting experience. The part of the class I found the hardest was an improv section, where the teacher would pick a random scenario and assign you some character traits. So for example, she'd say, okay, you're in a post office. Person A, you have an unusual twitch. Person B, you are annoyingly competitive. Go. And you just have to run with that and act it out in front of the other 20 people for about 5 minutes. Now in the past, this would have terrified me to my core because there was so much opportunity to compare myself to everybody else. And they were all so good. Some of them would take on characters straight away, they'd put on accents, and some of them were hilarious, they'd have the whole class in stitches. And then for me, I was the same character every single scene, which was myself. The only variation I could do was I could be happy, I could be sad, I could be excited. That was as good as it got. But despite all this, I kept going back. I was able to accept that I wasn't going to be perfect. And I was able to not care so much about what everybody else thought of me. And you know what? When I did that, I had more fun. I was able to have fun with it. I was able to enjoy it. And when I unfastened those shackles of expectation, I actually performed way better. I wasn't burning so much of my mental capacity, worrying about what other people would think. And I was able to put that and concentrate that into what I was doing. And you know what? It felt great. We all have a skill, a talent, something to do, something to say that we should share with other people, that we should share with the world. Don't hide from it. Don't bury your head in the sand. Don't stand on the sidelines watching the people who dare compete. Life is about putting yourself out there. It's about taking risks. It's about being heard, being seen. And that's for better or worse, win or lose, succeed or fail. Life is about taking part. My question for you is, where in your life is perfectionism and caring too much about what other people think holding you back? And my next question is, where could your life be if from this day on, you never let it stop you from trying? I hope this video helped you. If it did, hit the like button, share it. I would love to build a community for ambitious people trying to help each other build better lives. Make sure to subscribe for more videos on personal growth and motivation. And finally, guys, check out some of the other videos. There'll be something popping up here on the left-hand side and in the description below on overcoming negative emotions. That's it for me, guys. Thank you for joining me. I'm Matt. I'll talk to you in the next video.